To start us off, we're going to have Johan do a free explore action, and we're going to find a Minion A, Clue, Scenery 4, and Minion A. This room is pretty terrible. It has a supernatural gale. Any shoot actions that target areas in this room or any adjacent room have 3 downgrades. What that means is if I normally roll 3 red dice for Abe, he'll actually roll 3 orange dice. We also have a Scenery 4 in here. That's a huge piece of scenery, so we can only put 2 characters in that room. Well, it looks like Hellboy is up. Let's go ahead and have him spend 2 actions to run into here. 1, 2, 3. Then we'll go ahead and have Johan spend 1 action to move into this location. And then Abe will spend 1 action to move 3, so we're all in this room. I'm realizing, you guys, I put the wrong minion in this room. That should be another rampaging frog. There are 2 A minions. There we go. So there's 2 rampaging frogs there. I'm going to have Hellboy attack that 1 rampaging frog and have Abe spend his extra action here to power it up. So right now we're rolling 3 red dice, but then with that we'll power it up with 1. So we have 1 black die. And what do you say? Let's go ahead and use Johan's 3rd one here to also upgrade this red die to a black die. So 2 black and 1 red. We need a total of 8 successes to take this guy out. 2 black though, come on. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we took him out. But that does mean all of our agents did their actions. So that means we're going to end the agent phase. We have to skip resting. We'll go ahead and move to our Doom. We have Trap. Okay, first we have advanced the impending Doom track. The lead agent and each agent in their area, we all moved into the same area, either suffer 2 damage or become stunned. Well, stunned means you lose an action token. We can't do that. We do not have enough time. So I'm going to have everyone take the 2 damage. Our Doom track moves 1 space away from the main confrontation. For Johan, the 2 damage isn't bad. That's his first 2 damage. For Hellboy, we're also okay. We can place 2 damage here. For Abe, though, this is not good. He's going to take 1, and that's going to fill up his wound track, so we have to flip this one. His shield is going to be downgraded by 1. He has yellow dice for his shield. That means he'll roll 1 less die when he's doing his shielding right now. That's terrible. Our only saving grace is since that targeted Abe's location, we put him in the back, and now Hellboy will get attacked. Thank goodness. So during that end phase, we'll just all get our action tokens back. And now we're going to have that other, rampaging frog? Yeah, attack Hellboy. Moving to that enemy phase, this rampaging frog will move into this location and will attack Hellboy. That does mean Hellboy will go to the back of the target priority, and now it's going to be Johan who's in the front. We're rolling orange for defense. We're looking for 5 successes here, and we get 1. Okay, I think it's a good time to do this. We have our Lucky Charm here. Flip this card to ignore all damage inflicted on your agent by a single attack or effect. So we'll use this. We'll have to flip it over. Now it says when the agents take time, which is not going to happen. We can roll this and potentially get it back. But at least that means we don't take 4 damage. 4 would have been brutal. We've now completed the enemy phase. We're not going to take any chances with Hellboy here. We're going to spend the 2 actions to do our big right hook. This deals 3 additional damage. We're rolling our 3 red dice and our 1 blue. Let's see what we get. Come on. We get, let's times 2 that, huh? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Totally dead. Not even an option. We'll chuck them in the room that doesn't have the furniture in it, because I might want to chuck that furniture into the next room with Hellboy's other special ability later. We do have a clue in here, and I do think it's worth Johan spending 2 actions to try and get 2 successes here. So that means 1 black, 2 red, and the effect die, trying to get a 6 or higher so we can move up twice on the gather information track. Looking for a total of 6 or higher successes, we'll roll times 2, 4 plus 2 is 6, just enough. If nothing else, this gives us 4 insight tokens. I like that. We'll have Abe spend his first action to move into this location, and I'm going to be risky. We are going to explore as a free action and see what we find. What do we have? We have a Minion C, a cabinet, a clue, a point of interest, and a frog swarm. This is actually kind of awesome. We have that furniture in our room. It's going to make it impossible for the rampaging frog to get into that location if I spend Hellboy's last action to move into here. That means this area has a total of 6 people in it, or 6 units worth. So that means that the rampaging frog, which only attacks melee, can't get in there. Sweet. Abe still has 2 actions, so I know that our attacks for range are reduced by 3 downgrades. Let's go ahead and still do our attack. We'll spend 2 actions. So what we'll do is normally we'd roll 3 red. We'll be rolling 3 orange, but we'll pump 1 up to a red with that additional action we used. So 1 red, 2 orange. It's not very likely we'll get 8 successes here, but let's see if we can. We get 2 we can re-roll, so let's re-roll these 2. Come on. We get 4 damage, so that means we did 2 points of damage to that venomous monster. That'll end the agent phase. Let's go ahead and draw from the deck of Doom. We could be going right into the final confrontation. And we have Bad Temper. Put this card in play next to Hellboy's agent board. Each round, one of Hellboy's actions can only be spent on making fight actions. It cannot be spent in another way. Discard this card when Hellboy suffers an injury or the agents take time. Yeah, okay. I'm fine with him attacking all the time. That'll end this round. We are lucky enough we get at least one more round. We'll have to see if the next one advances the Doom track. But now the enemies are going to attack. Whenever there are enemies on the board, you always start with the A enemies, followed by the B, C, and D. So the first one is that rampaging frog monster. He's going to move to here, whoops, and fall over apparently. He's going to move here and look menacingly at us. He can't move into that space because there's not enough room for him. That's all he's going to do. Then we have the venomous frog monster. He has a range of 2, 1, 2, and on our priority track, we have as Johann as who he's going to attack. So from what I understand, he will still attack Johann even though there's other closer characters. And Johann's defense is going to be increased by 2 because he has 2 characters that are in the way for that enemy to attack him. So normally Johann rolls orange dice. He'll roll 2 red and 1 orange for this defense. It will mean he'll get pushed to the back of the track, and I think I might need to have Hellboy spend an action to protect Abe. Because Abe already has -1 to his defense. He'd be only rolling 2 dice for his defense. All right, Johann, we tried to help you with your defense. Let's see, 5 successes right here. That is terrible. That is going to negate this, so he only has 2 total successes. He's going to get hit for 3 damage, and because of rolling that skull, he loses 1 action token for the next round. That's terrible. Well, you know, Johann didn't want all of his actions, apparently. Well, what do you guys say we have a little bit of fun with Hellboy here? Let's throw some furniture. We have a level 4 furniture in our room. We're going to pick it up, spend 2 actions, remove a piece of scenery from Hellboy's area, then pick a visible enemy within 2 areas. That enemy is stunned and suffers damage equal to that scenery size plus the roll of an orange die. Don't even have to roll the orange die. We're going to throw that at that stupid venomous monster, frog monster. He has 4 health left, and this is going to do 4 damage to it. Chuck that at him. He's toast. Oh, I love that. I think for Hellboy, our final thing we need to do is spend this activation token to push ourselves and taunt ourselves up to the top of the priority track. With that boss fight looming, I'm just a little worried about Abe. Now, you guys, I keep forgetting about Johann's special ability here called Possess. We need to do it now. So, use this action when a minion is defeated. Reduce the ectoplasmic stability by 3. Ow. But then we can move the defeated minion up to 2 areas and make a ranged or melee attack on another enemy before it's removed from play. So we're going to do that. Pretend we're doing that before we did Hellboy's reduction of his, or increasing his threat, taunting. But we do have to remember his ectoplasmic staticity is going down by 3. Those venomous frog monsters attack for 5, and the rampaging frog monster has 6 health with 2 defense, so he's going to take 3 damage from that possessed venomous frog. Sweet. Abe still has his 3 actions, so he's going to go ahead and spend 1 to move into this location with this rampaging frog monster. Then he's going to spend the remaining 2 to do a fight action. Normally he'd roll orange, but because he's spending 1 additional action, that will allow him to upgrade 1 to a red die. So 1 red and 2 orange. We need a total of 5 successes to take this guy out. We can do it. We can do it. We have 1, 2, 3, and I can change this to anything I want. Plus 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just took him out. Oh, just barely. That'll end our agent phase. If we rest, we immediately go to the final confrontation. I don't want to do that yet. So let's go ahead and flip our Doom card. Oh, we have reinforcements. Advance the impending Doom track. Well, it wouldn't matter. It happens anyway. Spawn a minion A and minion B in the start area. If the start area is no longer on the board, no minions are spawned. Oh, of course it's there. Oh, we have to have an A and a B minion. That's a rampaging and a transforming frog monster. Well, great. We just added more minions to the board just before the big boss comes out. Because now let's move up our impending Doom track. We'll move this up to here, and let's go ahead and read our case file. So because we have the impending Doom marker being reached, what we have to do is flip this card at the end phase, which is now. The world around you erupts into a riot of light and sound. That's probably not a good thing. Better go check on that door. In each end phase, move the rightmost insight marker from the information gathered track to the in-play area. If the agents take time, move all the remaining insights to the in-play area. As soon as an agent moves into the starting area, skip to the end phase. At the end of the phase, discard this card and resolve the one underneath it. Well, I thought we were going to be jumping right back into that confrontation, but it seems like to me we need to get to the starting zone first. So let's make that our priority. We're going to move to the enemy phase, so the first thing we'll need to do is activate that rampaging frog. He's going to move 2 spaces, 1, 2, but that's as far as he can go. Now, the transforming frog will roll one of these dice. Let's see what we get. Oh, it's blank. Perfect. That means he's just going to stay where he is. He's trying to stay as far away from us as possible. Now let's go to our agent phase. I think the first thing we're going to do is we're going to have Abe go ahead and use one of his action tokens to take one of these healing potions. That's going to flip over that -1 defense and actually remove one of his wounds. Thank goodness. Then we're going to go ahead and have Hellboy move 2 spaces over to here, and he's going to then spend his other 2 actions here to do the big right hook. If he can hit, he gets +3. We're going to roll our 3 red dice and 1 blue die. We've got to do a total of 8 damage. Let's see what we can do. We'll deal 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus the 3 from throwing him. Yeah, we totally took him out. Okay, so he's removed from the board. We're going to throw him into the location where that transforming frog monster is. He'll have to roll 1 die. He'll take 2 points of damage. Well, you know what we can do then? We can go ahead and have Abe spend an action to move 3 spaces, 1, 2, 3, right here. We'll then spend his final action to make a ranged attack against that transforming frog monster, rolling 3 red dice. All we need is 2 successes, and then I'll take him out. Let's see. We've got 2, 4 times 2, that's 6. See ya, transforming frog. We'll then have Johann spend 2 actions to get himself into the starting area so we can see what happens. As soon as an agent has moved into the starting area, skip to the end phase, and then at the end of the end phase, we'll discard this card. During the end phase, everyone gets their action tokens back. Let's see what's going to happen. The great stone doors stand open, blinding light spilling out from within, blinding light and shadows. Massive, writhing shapes coil around the room. In the midst of them stands a bearded figure, head thrown back in a maniacal laughter. Ah, crap. Place a door between the starting area and the formerly sealed room, as shown. Set up Rasputin in the area marked A and the tentacles of Sadim in the area marked B. You guys, we're facing 2 bosses. I've never faced 2 bosses before. This is the final confrontation. So set it up as described on page 26. We have the boss for this confrontation is Rasputin. Put the tentacles of Sadim also into play. We'll have to find the attack behavior card and put it into the play area as well, next to Sadim's enemy card. To construct the Rasputin behavior deck, shuffle together the behavior cards with these following icons. We'll have the red one, the green one, the purple one, and the white one. For each insight in the in-play area, downgrade 1 die when an agent is targeted by one of Rasputin's range or melee attacks. Ooh, I should have moved, there was 1 still on the track, so I should have moved that to the in-play area, so we're going to have to downgrade 1 die. The tentacles of Sadim act after Rasputin and always follow the instructions on the attack behavior card. To complete the case, the agent must defeat both Rasputin and the tentacles of Sadim, as well as any other enemies on the board. Good luck. I'm going to need it. Well, this looks absolutely joyous. So our tentacles of Sadim have a total of 25 health, a range 1. They attack with a range of 7 and a melee of 10. They're colossal. This enemy takes up the space of 4 characters in their area, cannot be stunned or hurled. Their weakness, this enemy has resilience 2 against attacks that cause fire damage. Devastating. If the enemy moves, place a destruction counter in the area it started in. Oh, it destroys locations. That's totally cool. So we have to defeat this guy at 25, and we have to defeat Rasputin at 12. He has Iron Will. He attacks for 8 or 5. Rasputin cannot be stunned. Fire Breath. Rasputin's melee attack targets all agents in his area. Wow. Sorcerer rewards. If Rasputin suffers any damage from an attack, he becomes immune to damage for the rest of the round after the attack has been resolved. Holy moly. This is going to be insane. Okay, we pulled together the 3 different types of cards. They are green, white, and purple. So that is going to be the behavior deck for our boss. I'm going to shuffle those up. We also have our attack card that will always be out for our tentacles. And it says here the boss makes a melee attack against an agent in their area, or the boss moves towards the nearest area that contains an agent. Its exact path is chosen by the lead agent. If it moves into an area containing an agent, it stops and makes a melee attack. We are so dead. The HQ board is pretty cool because on the flip side, it's our confrontation board. So what we'll do is we'll flip that over. We then place our boss card here. Normally it's just 1, but because I failed to stop the ritual, we're going to have 2 of them. Okay, and just so I remember, I'm going to have this attack card up here for the tentacles. We will then set up the health of our enemy. Our enemy right now, I'm going to put the tentacles at 25, and then I'll use the book for Rasputin at 12. We then also can reset our track here. What's nice is at least we reset it up based upon our threat values. So Hellboy will be first, followed by Abe, followed by Johann. Johann's so going to die. We would place our insight markers here. They don't really matter in this scenario. What matters is the one that we did not get. Means we have to reduce our defense against Rasputin. We get downgraded by 1 because there was this one that we didn't obtain. These are the 4 that we did obtain. Now, when you're doing that final confrontation, there are no rest or doom phases. The boss behavior deck, oh, I should grab that. That will be placed right here. We will draw one of those each round. There is a possibility of a last-ditch recovery. Instead, when an agent is knocked out, that player puts one of their action cubes in the area that they are in. At the start of each of the agent phases, each knocked out agent player rolls 3 of the orange dice. If any of the dice are blank, the agent remains knocked out. Otherwise, if there are none that are blank, return the agent to that area where their action cube was and remove that action cube from the board. You can put their target priority marker back onto the queue in the back, and then agent immediately refreshes their action cubes as though it were the end phase, and they can do actions. Well, that was the end phase. I think the next thing that we do is we move to the enemy phase, and what I don't know is if they go through this door or not. I personally feel like they would. Why would they keep that door closed? They've got Tentacles and Rasputin. So, but I don't know why the door's there because, man, I don't know. We're just going to play that way. We're probably going to die. How are we going to take out 25 damage? And this guy, we can only hit him once per round? Yeah, right. So let's go ahead and activate the Tentacles. Oh, I think Rasputin actually goes first. Rasputin will activate first. So we'll flip over his card, and he has agents in the boss's area. No one's in his boss's area, so we have otherwise. Each agent within 2 areas of the boss is stunned. Well, that would be Johann. So Johann will be knocked over on his side. This kind of makes sense. He's already using his magic, knocking over Johann. I mean, I don't think we're going to have a chance here. But let's see if we can at least do some damage. Of course, now the Tentacles are going to activate, so they're going to move towards the nearest area that contains an agent, and then it's going to attack. So it's going to move into that room with poor Johann, who has already been stunned, and attack him for 10 damage. Yeah, that's right, 10. He'll move into this space, take that door off. He will leave a broken space here. Now, in order to move into this space, we either have to spend an extra action cube or take 1 damage. And that, I'm assuming, does not affect Rasputin. When a stunned agent is being attacked, they have to reduce 1 of their defense dice. They have to downgrade it by 1. So we have 1 yellow and 2 orange. We're getting attacked for 10 damage, and we just rolled a skull. That's it. Oh, that's totally thematic. We are totally KO'd. Well, since we just got knocked off the board, we'll place one of our action cubes here in our space. And now at the beginning of each agent phase, we'll roll 3 orange dice. If all of them are not blank, we'll actually come back, but I don't expect that. We'll go ahead and roll our 3 orange dice. Oh, we almost came back, but no, 1 is blank, so Johann's not coming back. Well, we know we're not likely to win, but we're going to go out with a bang. What do you think? First thing we're going to do is we're going to have Abe spend 1 action, and he's going to move 1 space here and open this door. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use our concussive grenade. So it's considered a ranged weapon. We'll roll 3 red dice regardless of what our shoot is. Then what we have to do is discard this. We're going to throw that in where that tentacle set is. I know it has 5 resistance. This is when I wish I had some infernos, some fire, but I don't. Because the fire would actually reduce its resistance by 3, I think. But it is what it is. We're going to chuck these grenades in. Let's see what we can do. Here's our dice. Let's give it a roll. We need more than 5 damage to even touch it. We did 4 damage. Nope, that concussive grenade did nothing to the tentacles. Well, after that failed attack for Abe, which I believe took an action token, I'm going to use his 3rd one to have him run away. We're going to have him go 1, 2, 3, get himself away from this. Remember, this is that supernatural gale area. That area, our range attacks are reduced because of the blasted, that blasted gale is downgrading our dice by 3. So because of that, I think I'm also going to have Hellboy spend his actions, at least 1, to run away. We're going to move over here, and then we have a healing potion here, so I'll use our 2nd action to heal 2 damage from Hellboy. So Hellboy only has 1 damage right now. Maybe we can find a way to survive this. I don't know. Let's see. We've used up our actions. We'll go ahead and jump to the next round. We'll start by activating our wizard, Rasputin. We have reshuffle. Discard this card, then reshuffle the behavior deck and discard pile back into the behavior deck, then draw another card. We'll do a take 2. Let's see what we get. We get rapid shots. Agent in the boss's area? No. Otherwise, the boss makes a range attack against a visible agent within range. Then it makes a 2nd range attack against a visible agent within range. Use target priority separately for each attack. If there are no visible agents within range, draw another card. Ooh, I wonder what we're going to do. See, I totally hid from him. I'm wondering what's going to happen. Summon minions. Oh no. Spawn a minion A and a minion B in the area that is as far as possible from any agents, but no more than 1 room away from the boss. The lead agent chooses the exact area. Well, I would say that would be right here with Rasputin himself. He's summoning more creatures and laughing manically as we run away from his tentacle monster. Which, the next enemy to activate is the tentacle monster. I didn't realize he has a movement of 3. 1, 2, 3. And he's going to place these here. Oh my gosh, we are so dead. And because we're within range, he is going to attack us. Hellboy is the target priority, so he's going to attack Hellboy. Now, his range attack is only 7. Woohoo! It's not 10 as his melee attack. The one good thing we've done is we've separated the 2 bosses, at least. So we're not going to be attacked by both, hopefully. We're going to roll orange for our defense. It's 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. We only take 3 damage. I'll take that. We can take 3 damage face down, no problem. So we'll take these 3 damage. The minions will activate. We have a transforming frog monster. He does not transform. He'll stay where he is. But then our rampaging frog monster will move 2 spaces towards us. He'll move 1, 2. We need to update our priority track, so we have Hellboy going in the back and Abe in the front. Now that we're far enough away from that supernatural gale, we're going to go ahead and spend an action to use Hellboy's pistol. We're also going to spend his other 2 actions to power up this attack. Normally, our ranged attack is 3 yellow dice. But we just powered up by 2, so we'll have 2 orange. And I do think we're going to have Abe spend 1 action token as well to give us our 3rd orange, which is sweet. So we've got 3 orange trying to attack that tentacle. Before we roll for this, we have to remember that Johann gets to roll to see if he will come back. And he does come back. So he'll come back in the starting location. He's fully damaged though, but at least he could do something on his turn. He'll get all 3 of his action tokens. Now let's go ahead and attack that tentacle monster. We're automatically doing 5 damage. Come on. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I will take that 6 damage. We'll knock this down by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're down to 19. Abe has 2 action tokens left. We're going to use both of them to do his slip away. Remove Abe from the board. Place one of the action cubes that was spent to make this action and place it in the area he was in. It is not refreshed during the end phase. At the start of the next agent phase, remove that cube and return Abe to that area. it's just going to protect him. Otherwise, he's going to die. So we'll place him on his board here, and I've placed his token there to show that he's in the room with our buddy Hellboy. It's wonderful that Johann came back, but look at where he is. He's right where another minion is. I don't think he's going to be able to do much. He's going to spend all 3 of his actions to do a fight test. Normally when he does a fight test, it's yellow dice, but he's using all 3, so he'll do 2 orange and 1 yellow. Come on, Johann, I believe in you. I believe in you. Tons of hits here. We get a reroll at least. These are all blank. Let's see. Okay, 2 damage. That hits his resilience. Doesn't even do anything. We'll go ahead and move to the end of the round. Everyone gets 3 action tokens back except for Abe. He'll only get 2. And let's draw for Rasputin first. He has Blast. Agents in the boss's area? No. The boss makes a ranged attack against the visible area that contains the most agents. The attack hits each agent in the area. If there are no visible agents within range, draw another card. Yeah, we're going to have to probably keep doing. He's probably going to keep spawning minions. Attack. This says there's no agent in the boss's area. So the boss moves towards the nearest area that contains any agent. Its exact path is chosen by the lead agent. If it moves into an area containing an agent, it stops and makes a melee attack. Rasputin moves a total of 3 spaces. All he has to do is move right to here, and he will go ahead and attack Johann. Let's see, how much is he going to attack him for? He attacks at a range of 8. And Johann rolls 3 orange dice, but he has 1 enemy in his location, so that's going to reduce 1 die, so he'll roll 2 orange and 1 yellow. This may be the end of Johann yet again. If he takes any damage, okay, so he can use that as 2. He still takes 6 damage. Yeah, he's done. And actually, poor Johann has this ancient curse. Do you remember this? So that was actually an automatic fail. Fortunately, that doesn't do anything for him. But yeah, he is toast again. Now, I don't know how many times you get to try and come back. I'm going to just say he's done. I'm not going to try and keep rolling because he's not going to do anything. He's just going to come there and die again. I think you only come back 1 time. If you know, let me know. I'd appreciate that. Now, there's something, you guys, that I did not do correctly. I forgot that whenever there is furniture in your room, if you're getting attacked by a range, it first hits the furniture, which is great and terrible at the same time. So we're going to do this the right way this round. This tentacle monster would want to move into this location, but he counts as 4 total units. He can't move in here because there is this cabinet here. So he's going to attack Hellboy. Hellboy has an automatic 3 defense, but then this cabinet's going to be destroyed. We can't get that other potion, which is a bummer. But then that will be removed, and next time he'll be able to move into this space. So he's attacking Hellboy for 7. Hellboy will roll 3 orange dice for defense. Okay, we can re-roll 2 of them, please. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, plus the 3 from the cabinet. So the cabinet's going to be destroyed. Okay, I'm going to remove that from the board. And the 3 here, that's 6. That means Hellboy only takes 1 damage. That's not going to last after this round. But we have 1 more round, you guys. Okay, we have to activate the minions. We have that transforming minion. I first have to see if he turns into a rampaging frog monster. He does. Bummer. So then they'll both activate. This rampaging frog monster will move to here, and this one will move to here. Okay, we're going to go back into the agent phase. First thing that happens is Abe appears here with Hellboy. Let's figure out what we're going to want to do. Since Hellboy used his pistol last time, we can reload this weapon by spending an action cube, or for free if we take time. That's not happening. We're spending an action here to ready it. Then we'll spend both of Hellboy's actions here to do this attack. This would still be rolling 3 yellow, but this will upgrade it to 1 red. And not red, sorry, that's orange. And Abe's going to do it too. He's going to add his 2 cubes, so we're rolling 3 orange on a ranged attack, trying to hit that blasted tentacle again. But we do get the +5 damage, so whatever we roll will actually be damage. We're looking for a huge attack here. Huge attack. Come on, dice. Holy moly. 2, 4, 6. We could reroll. I'm not going to reroll any of those. That's 6 damage to those tentacles. We are going to take them out yet. That 6 damage we dealt to the tentacles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, knocks them down to 13 health remaining. Yes! Now, you guys, I have been doing this the whole playthrough, and I just read this. I realized that when you assist, you can only assist with 1 action cube. I've been assisting with multiple action cubes. You can't do that. You can do 1 per character. So I can have Abe and Johann assist Hellboy, each with only 1 action cube. So I've been doing that wrong. Sorry, I'll do it right for just the last little bit of this game. But yeah, sorry about that. We'll go to the end phase. Both Abe and Hellboy get their 3 actions back. Now we'll reveal our boss card for Rasputin. We have Illusion. Remove the boss from the board and replace it with a minion A. So that is a rampaging frog monster. When the boss is next activated, before drawing a behavior card, return the boss to the board as far as possible from the agents while still having at least 1 agent visible and within range. The lead agent chooses the exact area. So Rasputin's going to disappear. He's going to throw a rampaging frog monster where he is, and then the tentacles are going to attack. Rasputin will disappear. Out comes a rampaging frog monster. This tentacle now will move into this space because it can, destroying this space here. We have a total of 6 units in this space, and he's going to attack Abe for 10 damage. Abe gets to roll 3 yellow dice for his defense. Let's see. Oh, he got this. We can give it as 2 successes, so he takes 8 damage. He is KO'd. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The most he could take is 6. He took 8. So we'll remove him from the board, and we'll put his action token in that space. Now all the rampaging frog monsters are going to activate, all moving 2, and this one will just have enough space to move in here and attack Hellboy. Hellboy's defense is orange, but because there's another enemy, the Tentacles, in his room, he'll reduce 1 die or downgrade it. So he's got 1 yellow and 2 orange. We'll roll. Oh, he can re-roll. We'll roll these 2 up. Oh, man. So he defends for 2. That means he got hit for 3 damage. We'll place 1 here. He's filled up. So now we'll start flipping these. This one, okay, his Explorer's down. That's fine. His fist is down as well. So that means if he attacks with his fists, he's going to have 1 orange and 2 red, just base. But now he's got 2 enemies in his space as well. During the beginning of the agent phase, we'll roll our 3 orange dice to see if Abe can come back. Man, he almost did. I think it's going to be the end here, you guys. Well, this is the first time I'm going to show you an evade action. We're going to move out of the space. If we do that, we can choose to bring an enemy with us, and then we don't take any damage. But if we move away and we leave the other enemies, we take 1 damage per enemy that we left. I think we can do that with the boss still, but that means we just took 2 damage. We'll flip 2 of these over. 1, 2. So our defense is down. Our fight is down. Then what we're going to do is we're going to spend these 2, 1 to flip our gun, and we're going to shoot... Come on, we got to shoot the tentacle again. I know we can't kill it, but we're going to shoot it. At least none of these affects our range. We're going to roll 3 yellow dice. But you know what? We're only going to roll 2 yellow dice. There is that rampaging frog monster in that room, and so we have to downgrade 1 die. So we'll roll 2 yellow dice, but at least our gun's doing an automatic 5 damage. So because of that, we will, whatever we roll with our 2 yellow dice will do as damage. Okay, you guys, we're going to need a miracle. We're going to need a miracle. Let's see. We rolled for 2 damage. Yes, we knocked the tentacle down to 11 health. Our tentacle will actually go below Rasputin. Awesome. And I'm pretty sure Rasputin's going to come and show up and kill us here. So we have ranged attack. We don't have an agent in the boss's area, so the boss makes a ranged attack against a visible agent within range. So we have to place it within range that's visible. Let's do that, and he'll attack. What's his range attack? For 8. We've placed Rasputin way over here because he has to be as far away as possible while still having line of sight of Hellboy. So he's attacking for 8 damage. Hellboy will roll, normally he'd roll 3 orange, but he has -1 defense from his wound here. So he'll roll 2 orange and 1 yellow for our defense. Come on, you can do it, Hellboy. You can stay alive. Oh, this is a success. We can double this. So that would be 4, 5. That means we only took 3 damage. It's still too much. We can't take 3 damage. We just got KO'd. That means we all were KO'd. There we have it, you guys. That was Hellboy the board game. Holy moly, did I have so much fun with that. Even if I was totally annihilated by these 2 bosses, I did not think that I was going to be able to do half the damage that I did to these tentacles. So much fun to be able to play the game, have the first part where you're exploring the map, and then the second part where you're going against the boss. So far, I've only played 2 of the cases, and each one's kind of like that. You do the first part where you're exploring, and then that second part, that confrontation. Oh, it's so cool. I've definitely enjoyed it. I'm really excited to try another one. If you guys would like to see another one, let me know. Let me know which one of the cases is your favorite, because then maybe I'll do that one next. This one is good. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you at the next stop.